Hey everyone, happy October. It's, drawing prompt month, and so I thought it'd be fun to do a little video of one of the paintings that I made. This was for day 3, which is Cowboy Toad, if you follow my very elaborate prompt spreadsheet. As you can see, I did a sketch on my computer with my tablet, and then I printed it, and then I traced it with my light table that's probably older than most of the people watching this video, onto some watercolor paper in my sketchbook. See? There I go, sketching. The background audio in this is just like the ambient sounds of my house, so if you hear weird stuff, it's my house is very small and noisy. But yeah, so I sketched that up in Photoshop with my Surface Pro, and then I printed it out. It's just a lot easier to like fine-tune a sketch in Photoshop, I think, than it is on paper. So I don't consider this cheating. Cute. So now we're in the kitchen, and so you'll hear even more weird sounds. I think at this point in the video, Callie was sitting with me at the table, so you might hear her talking too. I'm basically just putting down a little gouache wash, and yeah, it's pretty obvious. Then I'm gonna lay down kind of like a base color here just to remind myself of what color I wanted to paint where. I do get thicker with the paint later on, but right now it's kind of more of a watercolor consistency. This was just so I could still see where my details were from the sketch. I always think a lot about painting, like in real life instead of just on the computer, but I never really like bothered to get out my paints and stuff, so I thought it might be kind of fun to challenge myself to do that this month. I'm not guaranteeing I'm going to make it every prompt every day, but at least I will get some actual painting actual painting experience. Now you can see I'm putting a much thicker layer of gouache down. You'll see me rotate the paper a lot. I don't know why. It's sometimes easier for me to paint coming from like a backwards direction. I don't know. It looks weird in this video, and it looks weird when I'm doing it, but it's what works for me, so that's what we're doing.
I do need it, and there's not very much left.
We're gonna get more tomorrow.
You can just...
You want me to squirt it for you?
It's just a tiny dot.
Oh god. Sorry, I got it in your brown.
It's okay.
Because it went everywhere.
It's okay, I'm done with that brown.
I have very, very unsteady hands, so it's really difficult for me to get, like, lines right. So, whatever I have to do to make it work. So the prompts I'm choosing from are from like a lot of different places. I'm doing some from Peachtober, some from Mab's Drawloween, and then there's a couple of others. I think the Endicott something. I don't know. I'll put a link to the weird spreadsheet I made in the description if you want to try out my weird prompt list. I do this every year. I get like so many different prompt lists that look like fun, and then I don't know how to arrange them all so that I get to try everything, and I end up overwhelming myself, but we'll see. This year I went through and I made my thumbnail sketches, and I wrote like a whole calendar out of like what days and what prompts I'm using and stuff to try to keep myself organized. I guess it remains to be seen if that works out or not. But, you know, so far so good. We're on day 3 and I'm still posting, so that's something. I think something that's hard to get used to is that the gouache goes on a lot darker than it dries, so you kind of gotta just like trust yourself to not panic, because I'm like, oh my god, this is so dark, and then it dries and I'm like, oh yeah, it's exactly what I was looking for. So you can see with the toad's like underbelly color, it looked a lot darker just like a clip ago, and now it's the way I wanted it. So that's hard to get used to. I guess I should probably swatch before I paint, but that's a little more forethought than I can give it right now. I'm still not 100% sure that I'm happy with the hat color. Like, it is another color that dried much lighter than I thought it was going to, but I didn't want to add more dark because I didn't want it to be too dark. I don't know. Colors are hard sometimes. But it does look very, I think, suede textured in the final piece, so I'm happy with it. After I was done with all the gouache, I went in with watercolors. Nope, I didn't go in with watercolors. I went in with colored pencils to kind of try and give my details back. I probably could have tried to do this with like a brush, but like I said, I'm very shaky, and it's a whole lot easier for me to control pencils. So mixed media it is. I'm like slowly trying to build up my colored pencil collection, but those things are gosh darn expensive. You know, it's like I'm not paying $2 for a pencil, but I do obviously because I've got some there. But it's hard. I wanted to buy a box set, but it had a lot of repeat colors in it that I already have, so I just couldn't justify it. So I guess I'm gonna have to be doing it piecemeal. I really like the way the color of the toad came out. It's kind of like not a flat color. I like that a lot. And little dots turned out pretty good too. I also think his eyes are really cool. I'm really, really happy with this piece all around. He's pretty cute. If you hear a lot of clanging in the background, I think at this point in the day, my husband was putting dishes away from the dishwasher, so there's a lot of banging around. It kind of sounds like I'm working in a diner, but I'm not. It's just my kitchen table. My office desk is too much of a mess to paint out right now.
I'm a night person.
motion on my porch.
Listen, I also want to art that I'll put together with Could at least give me a thank you.
The last step was to use some ink to put in his little pupils, which I think really just like pulled the whole thing together. I just love him. I think he's super cute. Really happy with how he turned out. But yeah, so that was painting a toad for day 3 of October drawing prompts. Let me know if you like it better with a voiceover or if you would have rather just had music playing in the background or something, because I never know which to do. I think voiceovers are kind of fun, but I also know that I can kind of babble on forever about nothing. So whatever you're into, please let me know so I can do it for the next one. Here's my finished toad. He's very cute. I hope you like him. And thanks for watching. If you liked this, like and subscribe for more videos of me painting and babbling. And loud family noise in the background. Thanks.